Welcome back. All right. So, right now, what we got going on is I picked up one of these Maddox. Oh, which way? Maddox, whatever. The 52 pieces. 52 piece harmonic balancer puller slash installer set. So, what that means is where we left off last time, I was not able to completely tear this engine down because I didn't have a way of getting the harmonic balancer off. So I stopped by Harbor Freight after work, and I think I got everything I need. So let's finish getting this engine tore apart, shall we? You know, if there's one thing that like I'm just apparently notorious for, or like if there's one thing that I guess basically everybody in this world could say about me, is that I am a huge failure at judging time and how long it takes to get things done. If you look, I'll bring the camera over, don't worry, but you can basically see. So the harmonic balancer is off, the camshaft is out, the crank is out, all pistons are out, timing cover, obviously, timing chain cover obviously is also off. Yeah, so everything is done, and it only took me 2.5 hours. I thought this was gonna be like a 30-second job. 30-minute job. 30 minutes, that's what I meant to say. I would edit that out, but too much work. All right, so, yeah, so I'm just going to keep on drinking some of this cold drink, and I got some carb cleaner or carb slash parts cleaner, which I wanted to let y'all know something real quick. I'm incredibly frugal. So, here it is. This right here, okay? The gum out, carb and choke and parts cleaner, right? $3.18 for a 14 ounce at Walmart. Okay, the carb slash parts cleaner from Harbor Freight, more expensive per ounce. At AutoZone and O'Reilly, even like the AutoZone brand, more expensive per ounce. So Walmart, $3.18 a can, at least here in Tennessee, that's what it is. The second thing I wanted to tell y'all is that this Maddox, Maddox, however you say it, worked great. You know, Harbor Freight has they're the only tool store that I have here. I'm in like Podunk, Tennessee. So it's a 35, 40, 45 minute drive just to get to that Harbor Freight from my house. And the tool worked great. Like nothing broke. It pulled the harmonic balancer out amazingly. So, you know, if you need to do that, I got it on sale. It was like I had a 20% off coupon, and I got it on sale, and they combined it together. I ended up paying like $60, 65 bucks, something like that. Yeah, so anyways, this segment's getting too long, whatever. I'm, having some cold drinks. By the way, go watch Vice Grip Garage. Derek is hilarious. Do yourself a favor. Check out his channel. It's great content. Anyways, my nose is running because it's like 32 degrees outside, so I got my cold drinks outside. Or cold snacks. That's what Derek calls them. Cold snacks. Again, Vice Grip Garage. Check it out. All right. Anyways, I'm going to get all of this cleaned up. And if I get really motivated, I will go ahead and hone the cylinder walls tonight. But yeah, so my plan before I went to bed tonight was to not only get all this done and get the cylinder walls honed, but also get the block cleaned off and painted. So, like usual, I think I can get way more done than I can. So, at any rate, that's where we're at. We're down to an engine block, right? We are. This is where we're at. So, whatever. get to work. All right, guys, I just wanted to give you all an update on everything I got done. So for the last 5 hours, believe it or not, sorry, let me back up. This is day 2 of footage. Yesterday, I called it quits at a little after midnight and went to bed. I've been out here since 6 o'clock. It's now a little after 11. And I've just gotten so much work done. So I got the block degreased, cleaned up, blown out. I got the crank cleaned up, lubed up, and put back in. As far as assembly lube, this is what I've been using. I don't know if you can see that or not. The Permatex Ultra Slick. I really like this product. At any rate, mostly, I kind of like it because it's not super expensive and it works really well. And that one bottle, like if you really wanted to, you could use that entire bottle assembling your engine and really nothing bad would ever happen. But you could probably get 3 engine builds out of that one bottle. It's just such a good product. My nose is running again because it's super cold. All right, back on track. So I got the crank in. I got all 8 pistons cleaned up. I got them in. I got the bearings and the caps for them cleaned up and put back in. And yeah, so the only thing I have left to do is get the cam back in. And then, well, really what I'm trying to do is kind of get this to a stage where I can clean the heads up and put the heads back on and get the oil pan cleaned up and get it painted and back on. And what I'm trying to accomplish is, one, obviously I got to get the engine put back together, but getting it to a point to where I can get it painted, because let me see if I got it out here or not. No. Dang, where did I put it? Maybe I left it inside. It wouldn't surprise me if I left it inside. I could have sworn I brought it out here, though. Oh, no, never mind. I know it's in the back seat of my Jetta because I also got oil for an oil change for it. Anyways, all I was going to do is show you that I got some of the bright red high temp paint. So what my thinking is, do the block red, do the heads red, do the valve covers black, do the oil pan black, and then I'm on the fence on whether or not I should paint the intake or not. So tell me what you think. Paint the intake, don't paint the intake, let me know. Put it in the comment section for me. So at any rate, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night again. I'm just getting tired, but I got a lot done. So, you know, we are one step closer to, let me get back in frame. We are one step closer to putting this back into the car. So, yeah, I think I'm at 11 hours right now working on this whole thing. So fingers crossed that she flies. Anyways, catch y'all tomorrow. Welcome to day 3 of the engine rebuild, guys. So I got a little bit done. I got the oil pan cleaned up and painted, which is, where are we at? Right there. I went ahead and just decided to paint it red instead of black like I was thinking about, mostly because I got to thinking and I was like, man, if this thing starts to leak or something, you know, which is my luck. If it's black, you know, it'll hide it better, but if it's red, I can see where it's leaking and potentially, you know whether I need to change a gasket or something. But at any rate, so I got the, let me pull this camera back up. So I got the timing cover cleaned up. It's ready to go back on. Let me pan around here. My Felpro gasket set came in, and I went ahead and just went with Rogue Bolt for the stainless steel dress-up kit. So the plan is to quickly, I want to actually, real quick here, I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all a little mistake that, let me move my hand out of the way. show y'all a mistake that I made. So here's the deal. When it's getting late and you're drinking some cold drinks, double check your work the next day, because as you know, if you caught on before, I forgot to put the cam plate on before I put the gear back on. And then I forgot where I put the oil slinger and the fuel pump eccentric. So all that is back on like it's supposed to be, which is a good thing that I did that. But at any rate, so the plan is I'm going to, there's a little bit of grease right there. The plan is I'm going to get the timing cover on. I'm going to get the the oil pan on. I'm going to get this wiped down with some denatured alcohol and get it so that I can get everything painted today. That's the plan. Get the block, get the engine at this point now, I should call it. Get the engine assembled, get it painted, and go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on cleaning up the heads right back there. And yeah, so once I get a little bit done, I will jump back up with y'all, and hopefully, fingers crossed, today is the day that the engine is complete because all my parts came in. So see you in a second. All right, guys, so here's what I got done so far. I got some gasketing material, as you can kind of see on the bottom side of this pan gasket right here. I got both of those in there and there, and then this pan over here. I have the new oil pump in place with a new pickup. I went ahead and did that, got it torqued down to 35 foot-pounds, and I replaced them because over here there was just, I mean, it just looked absolutely disgusting. There was just so much junk in there. So this is pretty much all my parts that aren't being put back on. I got a new fuel pump to put on, calipers, all that, but whatever. Hubcap to hold some extra bolts. Anyways, so that's where we're at. I'm going to put another bead on the top of here, and then we're going to slap her on right there and get her torqued down. Go ahead and get the engine turned back upright. And oh, and I also got the timing cover on. I got the gasket and some gasketing material on, and it's torqued down. So we're making progress. I'm gonna get back to work. See you in a bit. All right, guys, so here's what I got done so far. I got the new water pump on. I'm leaving I gotta tape that up now that I think about it. I'm leaving the fuel pump off for right now, only because I don't want to paint the fuel pump red. So I gotta tape that off. So I'm glad that I started filming. But yeah, so I went ahead and got everything plugged and things taped off, and these are just sitting on there for the time being. They're not going to get painted red. I went ahead and decided that I'm going to paint the intake red. So, so hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt. But as you can see right here, the threads down in there are all boogered up. And, you know, at the bottom, the threads were good. So I just put some washers on there and put a little blue Loctite. So if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to buy another intake, but I figured I would just see if it does work, because why not, right? So yeah, so I got everything plugged up, and I'm just about ready to paint. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that up, and then bust out the paint and get to painting. So I will be with you in just a second. Well, I got everything painted, guys. I got the entire engine is painted except for the valve covers. Like I said, before anyone says anything, I only put them on just so that I could paint. They're gonna come back off. I gotta get them cleaned up, and they're gonna get painted black. So I went ahead and I painted the intake right here red also, and I really like how it turned out. I think if I had left it, I don't think it would have looked good, just because the aluminum was old, and you know, it just makes it look a little bit nicer. But anyways, check this out. I mean, look at, guys. I mean, I think that's looking really good. So I'm happy. I wish I could get more done today, but you know, it is what it is. I got to let this dry. And then once it's dried, I will I'll get the valve covers painted. I'll get the distributor in. I'll get the wires ran. I'll put new plugs in it, and then I'll slap the fuel pump and everything in it. So, I've got maybe one more day of work to get this engine completely done. So, I mean, what do you think? 65, 70, 75% of the way done right now. But, I mean, can't beat it, guys. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. I apologize that there wasn't as many action clips. I know this episode was a lot of me just talking and then showing you what I got done, but the thing is that there was just hours and hours and hours and hours of work, and there's no way I could have left my phone recording for 5-6 hours at a time just so that I can get some footage. But at any rate, here's where we're at. Next episode, I will get more footage of me actually working on the engine itself and getting everything put in. But until then, I hope y'all have a great week like usual. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. And until next time.